4D Radio, where artists get heard. Here's Birdman.
Welcome, music lovers and podcast lovers. Indeed, I am Birdman, and indeed, I am here, and you are too. Welcome to 4D Radio, episode number 2. I am a poet, and I didn't know it. But anyways, regardless, this, ladies and gentlemen, is our country episode. I have some absolutely phenomenal artists for you today. Country music is a passion of mine. It is the music that I sing myself, and I absolutely love it. I think country artists have some of the best storytelling and some of the best voices in music. If you don't listen to country, that's fine. I completely understand. If you've never listened to country, I recommend you give it a shot. And what better way to start than right here, 4D Radio. Listen to some artists that are up and coming that have phenomenal voices. And I have 3 of them today. I am so lucky to be in a position where I can do this, where I can help out artists and put them in a position to get their music out there and get heard. I'm absolutely loving doing this. I'm loving the fact that I have an opportunity to do this, and I am loving that you guys are tuning in and listening to these great artists. So today, like I said, is the country episode, and we are going to start with a gentleman by the name of Felix Truvere. Now, Felix, I do know personally. I've heard him live. The guy has a phenomenal voice. He's doing a radio tour right now. He's actually going all over some of the southern states to different radio stations and playing for them. The guy is not only a great singer, a great musician, but he's a great human being. I don't know if y'all remember the Ice Bucket Challenge that they did for ALS. When my father had ALS and that Ice Bucket Challenge came out, I challenged him to do it. Not only did he do it, but he did it live during one of his concerts and had it filmed and played it. And I was in awe at I'm in awe at how nice of a guy this guy is. Just such a great person, so charitable, loves helping people out, loves his country, loves the military, loves everything. The guy's just a great guy. I love him to death. Little bit of history on him. He was born and raised in San Antonio, Texas, graduated from Marshall High School, got his bachelor's degree in instrumental music education from UTSA, University of Texas, San Antonio. He said his enlightenments truly found him when he quit society's game plan of choices that were made for him and began making his own choices. Started performing on stages in a country band in surrounding San Antonio saloons and clubs. His very first full-length country song he ever wrote was called Thou Shalt Not Bitch. He recorded and released it with his first EP in 2012. It actually got a San Antonio Music Award from the San Antonio Current for Best Original Song. San Antonio Current also awarded his band with multiple awards, Best Country Band, Best Song, and Best Music Video for a song called What Best Friends Do, and Best Songwriter for his genre. His songwriting is inspired by George Strait, Garth Brooks, Tracy Lawrence, Rick Trevino, Clay Walker, Tracy Byrd, Gary Allan, etc. Once got to open for Dean Dillon, George Strait's songwriter, in Bandera, Texas at the Longhorn Saloon, and discovered how alike he was to the man Dean Dillon in many ways. And it was very influential in his original artistry as it began taking shape when he started creating his own songs. He gives extra special credit toward his time in the DCI World Champion Cadets of Bergen County in 1992 to 1994 that fine-tuned his musicianship toward a very diligent work ethic. A Felix Truvere song, quote-unquote, must be sincere, passionate, have humor, and the overall content must reveal an enlightenment. I write about life's experiences and how it is all meant to be. My songs say, let go, let God, enjoy the ride, and learn to be. I love this guy's music. I love this guy as a person. And right now, I'm going to tune you guys in to a song by Felix Truvere called Always Something on 4D Radio. Pay attention.
What now? What else? It's always something, and that something's turning my life upside down. What now? What else? It's always something. I pick myself up, something knocks me down. I want a $25 scratch off, and then I lost it. A new phone arrived in the mail, and then I dropped it. Got my truck all washed and waxed, but now it looks like rain. Seems something's always there to rain on my parade. What now? What else? It's always something, and that something's turning my smiles into frowns. What now? What else? It's always something. I pick myself up, something knocks me down. Met the most beautiful lady, got her number, and then I lost it. Got my truck paid off in full, and then I wrecked it. When my vacation finally came, I missed my plane. I finally made it to France, but my luggage was sent to Spain. What now? What else? It's always something, and that something's turning my life upside down. What now? What else? It's always something. I pick myself up, something knocks me down. What now? What else? It's always something, and that something's turning my smiles into frowns. What now? What else? It's always something. I pick myself up, something knocks me down. I pick myself up, always picking myself back up. I pick myself up, something knocks me down.
All right, man, that was awesome. I absolutely love that track. Always Something by Felix Truvere here on 4D Radio. And I'll tell you something, I definitely hear that George Strait in there. You got a little fiddle in there. You got that guitar. Absolutely beautiful song. Very funny, and I dig it. And I can see where he says it's got to have some humor in there. Man, that song, I was sitting here belly laughing as I was listening to it. Glad the mic wasn't on. But to hear more about Felix and listen to some more of his music, you can go to www.felix.band. Check him out. That's just the first country artist that we have for you for today. The next artist that I'm going to be playing for you guys today is a gentleman by the name of Josh Gray. Now, this guy, he saw my post and he contacted me on it, and he sent me his music, and he wasn't sure exactly which genre I would end up playing it in, whether it be country or rock, but I was listening to his music and I said, man, this is country to me. I see it as kind of like a mixture of Texas country with a little bit of Bob Dylan in there. And he agreed, that those were, that he loved Texas country, and he, that Bob Dylan was an influence of his. So I really like his voice. I really like his sound. A little bit about him. It says, although he was born in San Francisco, Nashville Americana singer-songwriter Josh Gray grew up thousands of miles away in Montgomery County, Maryland. From an early age, he showed an interest in language and an affinity for writing. At age 16, he got his first guitar, but didn't really play his first live show until 15 years later. When asked what took so long, he simply says, "I wasn't ready." This theme of taking time to get things right becomes apparent when you hear his music. His thoughtful and often poetic lyrics stick with you long after the song ends. Josh Gray's sound is a mixture of the folk, blues, country, rock, and bluegrass that first inspired him to pick up a guitar. He's a storyteller at heart, with common themes being love, loss, and social justice. His new album, Songs of the Highway, shows he has come a long way from his sparse acoustic solo EP released in 2015. After moving to Nashville in 2016, he wrangled together some of the best musicians in Music City to form his band Josh Gray and the Dark Features. Wanting to record but not having the money, the band turned to crowdfunding through Kickstarter. In just 30 days, they had surpassed their goal, raising nearly $9,000. Their new album release in April 2019 sees Josh Gray touring throughout the year. Though, as he states in the title track, "There ain't no regrets beating in my chest, wouldn't have it any other way, so I'm singing to the wind these songs of the highway." Love the bio? And now, I'm going to let you guys love the music. Here's Ghosts by Josh Gray on 4D Radio. Pay attention.
Sweet Maria of the Southern Wilds, patron saint of this lonesome isle, got evicted and lost her child. Try as they might, they can't take her smile. Six-string Joe used to play the blues down on Beale and Union Avenue. Pawned his guitar for a plate of food. Got a lot of soul, but none on his shoe. These are some people you're likely to meet if you ever look up when you're shuffling your feet. Can the richest nation afford empathy? Oh, for the ghost of this American dream, for the ghost of this American dream. Come on. Sarah sells street papers by the interstate. Her husband beat her till the day she ran away. Started drinking heavy to push aside the pain. Sober now, you ask her how, says I take it day by day. Old John lost his arm to a bomb in the war. Been trying to find a job since 1974. No address and post-traumatic stress shut many a door. Came home an unknown, saying, what are we fighting for? These are some people you're likely to meet if you ever look up when you're shuffling your feet. Can the richest nation afford empathy? Oh, for the ghost of this American dream, for the ghost of this American dream. And I don't know the reason why so many turn a blind eye. Maybe they don't want to see. Don't want to see. When we hit hard times, it comes to mind. Maybe that could be me. Maybe that could be me. I don't know the reason why so many turn a blind eye. Maybe they don't want to see. Don't want to see. When we hit hard times, it comes to mind. Maybe that could be me. Maybe that could be me.
dark, beautiful lyrics. I absolutely love that song. Very, very cool. You guys could definitely hear probably what I was talking about when I said it's kind of like a mixture of Texas country, a little bit of Bob Dylan. And it's very unique, very different, and very, very cool. And I just felt that was, it just felt country to me. So I put that in the lines of country. So good music by Josh. And if you want to hear a little more from Josh, you can go to www.joshgraymusic.com. Check him out. Our third and final artist of the evening is a young lady out of Utah by the name of Heidi Zaylen. She has an absolutely beautiful voice and very spunky, very funny, very good sense of humor. And I also just so happened to get an interview with her. So, to be able to hear her sense of humor and hear her spunkiness, I'm going to go ahead and play that now. So here's my interview with Heidi Zaylen on 4D Radio. All right, everyone. I have a very special treat for you today. I have a lovely and talented singer from Utah, Miss Heidi Zaylen. Welcome, ma'am. We really appreciate you joining us on 4D Radio. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm just peachy. Had a long day at work, and now I'm home and having fun and just, playing around the house, basically. But I wanted to talk a little bit about you first. Whenever I posted this on social media, you came in and I thought it was absolutely awesome. You were one of the first people to come in and say, hey, anything I can do to help, let me know. And you directed me where to go to find your music. And I went to your music and I was in awe. I absolutely love your voice. And I'm going to tell everybody here, because if anyone doesn't love Christmas music, you're crazy. And I'm serious, you have my absolute favorite version of O Come All Ye Faithful. It is the most beautiful version I've ever heard. Not exaggerating, not just dropping things. It's a fact. It was absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
I'm serious. Like, I'm a singer myself, and I'm not a guy who's worked so hard at it for so long. I used to sing. I put out an album like in 2007, and I kind of stepped away from it for a little bit, and I just came back now. My dad passed away in 2017, and I wrote a few songs for him, and I recorded those. But I listened to your music, and I was embarrassed because I am not anywhere. You were just amazing. I'm not even lying. You're absolutely amazing.
Well, thank you.
And I was listening to your songs, and my favorite song of yours, I think it was Two Left Feet or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Yeah. That was my favorite one. It just you really told a story. Like that's one thing that I love. You tell stories, and that's what music is supposed to be to me. It's supposed to tell a story. You're supposed to be able to put yourself in that picture, and you do that, and it's awesome. I love it.
Thanks.
So
I'm glad that you love it.
Yeah, it's amazing, and I can't believe I had never heard of you before you came in there. Yeah, how long have you been singing? Without getting into the whole interview thing, the interview roulette, I just want to know, how long have you been doing this?
I've been singing since I was tiny, but okay. I took voice lessons as a teenager and decided that I wanted to write my own stuff.
Okay.
I think I was about 16 when I first started writing and playing guitar. But like actually recording and trying to be like an artist was back in 2009, 2010 when I graduated from high school and was in college. I was working on my first album, and that was an adventure.
Oh, yeah. I did. Now, my first one was 2007. That was when I recorded my album. Like I was saying, I was 27. Now, I was singing as a little kid, too, but it's funny because I started writing my own stuff when I was 16. Yeah. So I found that kind of ironic when you just said that. But, yeah, and it wasn't like I'm not a good guitarist at all. Like, I can strum chords, kind of, but I'm a singer. Like anytime I record something, I have someone else playing guitar usually. But I would write my own lyrics, and I would write it to where it would be easy to throw music into it, which is really hard. If anyone's ever written a song, if anybody listening has written a song before, it's really hard. You can't really do lyrics first. That's almost impossible. But I tried, and I look back now, and I had the same songbook that I had when I was 16, and I look back now, and I'm like, yeah, I can't put music to that, can't put music to that, can't put music to that. It's just not going to happen. So they become poetry.
I threw out a bunch of those notebooks that I'd saved. I was like, yeah, I don't think that's going to become anything.
Yeah, but I mean, it was fun. Something hit you, it hit your heart, and you had to sit down and write about it, and I did. And I don't want to make this about me. One song that I did write for my dad was when my dad passed away back in 2017. I wrote the lyrics like right after he passed, and I couldn't come up with anything for it at all. And then one day my buddy's over at the house with me, and he's just strumming this riff that he's been playing since I've known him, which is about 15, 16 years. And he never put any lyrics to it. And I'm like, hold on, keep playing that. And he kept playing it, and it fit my song perfectly. So it was so weird, but anyway. But so you're out in Utah. What's the weather like in Utah right now?
Rainy.
Is it?
Yeah, it's been raining a lot.
Well, I'm in Texas. It's hot.
You probably would want to switch, right?
Well, I love Texas.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. I love it here. I've lived here my whole life, and it's me. I'm Texas. Texas is me. So it works for me. But you are going to be the very first player of Interview Roulette. I have my little virtual spinning wheel here. And what I'm going to do basically is spin the wheel, and the question that it lands on, I am going to ask you. And we're going to have some fun. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Hold on. Let's spin the wheel. All right. So the first question that I have is, if you had one message for your fans, what would it be?
I would have to say, be you. Because that's something that I've had to learn over and over and over again as I've been doing music is, am I doing this because it's the way you do it, or am I doing it because it's the way that I'm expressing myself?
Yeah. Is it popular, or are you doing it? Yeah.
Yeah. And so I've just really grown to feel very strongly about like finding my own journey and putting myself in places that maybe other artists aren't, because there's more than one way to do things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we haven't figured them all out yet.
No. And I don't think we're gonna.
No. I remember in high school there was a girl that I was friends with that she said something really cool, and I have quoted her ever since. I wrote it down, and I'm like, I'm going to tell everybody this. Because she said, wanting to be somebody else is a waste of the person you are.
Oh, I like that.
And I don't know, I feel like high school was a really tumultuous, like, who am I? What do I want to do?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
And I think that extends as long as until you figure it out, really.
I think high school is all about you're trying to please everybody else, and then after you get out of high school is when you start realizing you need to please yourself.
Yeah. And so I felt like that was the underlying, like, this is what I want to express to other people, because that's what's been such a blessing in my own life, to kind of figure out what I love, what I want to do with my music. Like right now, I most of my gigs, I go and sing at rest homes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Get paid for it. And so
That is awesome.
I go and sing to all these old people
That's
who just
cool,
love
though.
it. And I'm like, I have like a million grandmas and grandpas that I get to go and just love and sing
That
them all
is
the songs
awesome.
they used to listen to. And
That's
like,
awesome.
not necessarily furthering my career as a performing artist because they're not gonna like go on YouTube and look me up and tell all their friends online.
Oh my God, you got to go check this chick out.
But it's been a really cool thing to just like embrace that part of myself because that's something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
Awesome.
I'm just gonna go do it.
Love it. I love it. All right, so let's go to the next question. Hold on, let's spin the wheel. All right, so now, if you didn't become a musician, what would you be doing right now? What would be your vice? What would you be doing?
Well, if the way I started college was any indication, I was very convinced that I would not be a music major. I told my mother, I'm not majoring in music. I'm not doing it. No. Because she was very encouraging that I go down that road and pursue music.
Okay. That's awesome.
And I think I read the whole syllabus of like every possible major at the school. I was like, what do I want to do?
Why were you so against majoring in music?
I don't know. Honestly, I think it was more like I had listened to a lot of people who have said like, oh, you need to make sure you have something that's stable to support a family and whatever. You know, it's like, okay, like you don't necessarily need a bachelor's degree in music to do what I want to do in music. And so it was just, okay, like I could just do it on the side and pursue something else. Some of the things I was considering were exercise physiology, art, because I'm an artist. I like to draw.
Yes, you are. Oh, okay. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you're an artist in two ways. I mean,
I took art classes in high school instead of music.
Okay.
So that was another path I could have taken. I really love interior design and remodeling.
Hey, that's art too. So you are officially an artist.
Young age.
You are officially an artist, all right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, so let's do this again. Okay. What do you feel is the best song you've ever released and why?
I would have to say my Christmas one, "O Come All You Faithful."
Okay.
I
agree.
And the reason why I say that is because I feel like that's the most complex song that I've recorded and put out as far as how the chord structure is.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thrilled. I was just thrilled with how it turned out.
Oh, it's amazing.
Just the musicality of it, and the turnaround was really fast too, because Christmas was coming up and I was like, I probably should like release it.
Good timing for it.
And so I just contacted my friend that I had been doing recording projects with, and I was like, hey, would this be possible at all? I know it's super last minute. But like, I think we recorded it and he had it back to me within like less than a week.
Wow.
And
that's awesome.
I had it up and did a video and just like everything just super fast.
So your music videos, this is kind of going off the roulette thing, but I gotta say it. So you do your own videos? Do you have someone who does them for you? Because they're awesome. Do you have like?
I have a friend that he did all three.
Oh wow, okay.
Of the ones that I have that are more professionally done, that are like the official music video.
Yeah.
Of the song. I don't know for sure if I'm gonna keep working with him or not. Because we got a nice camera when we got married, and so we've been wanting to kind of start doing more things ourselves, and
that gives you more flexibility.
Yeah, because my schedule is all over the place.
It happens. Well, that's awesome. All right, I got off topic, so let's go to the next question. Let's see. All right, what musician would you like to collaborate with?
My husband.
Okay. I like that. Now, what does he do? What does he?
Rolling his eyes at me.
What does he do? What's his instrument?
He plays the piano really well. He also likes the guitar.
Okay.
I just got a second one, so we can play together.
Okay. Now, have you done any songs with him before? No.
No, and everybody expects us to.
You're a singer.
You haven't. And we're married, so I'm just like, yeah, I really do want to do that. And
like, how are you not a duet now?
Collaborate. I'm like, yeah, with my husband, because he's freaking hot and I love him and I think it's so sexy when he sings.
That's awesome. I love that. So it's like, how are y'all not a duet already? Like,
we're working on it.
All right. So last question. Let's see. All right, this is a good one. You are shipwrecked on a deserted island, but all of your human needs, such as food, water, and shelter, are taken care of. What 2 items in your house or wherever are must-haves?
This one wasn't on the list you gave me.
It wasn't? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
It was.
Okay, so I'm shipwrecked. I have the basic necessities.
2 items.
Does that mean that my husband is also with me?
Of course. Couldn't be without him.
Yeah. My guitar would be one of them.
Naturally.
Because you're going to have lots of time to kill.
Yeah.
Probably a notebook and pen.
To write. Yeah. Sure. Can really tell you're a musician and an artist. The 2 items are involving writing, music, and being an artist.
I mean, if I'm stuck and I have nothing else to do, like, I've got scabs of time to write about it.
When you come back home, you're going to have like 67 albums ready to go.
That's good use of time.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, you were worried about being a bad interview, but it was the complete opposite. You are awesome. I absolutely love it. You're bubbly, you're giddy. It's awesome. I really appreciate the time you've taken with me. And I am going to play one of your songs right now. I'm going to play Okay With You. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
That was really corny. I swear I did not come up. I just now came up with that. I promise.
You have no idea how many times I've used the titles of my songs as a pun in the conversation, like in between songs.
It seriously did not come to me until after I said the title. I swear to you.
I've said every bad joke there is. I'm like about it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you have a great evening and go play some music with your husband, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right.
Music.
All right, we're going to play your song. And here is Heidi Zaylen with Okay With You on 4D Radio. Pay attention.
There's nothing else that seems more fun than coming home to talk to you all night long. It's my favorite thing in the whole world. Hear your cute little boy laugh on my end of the phone. Talk to you forever and never get bored. I'm thinking that this feeling shouldn't be ignored. 'Cause you're the first thing that I think of when I wake up with this smile, telling all the secrets I thought my heart could keep. Feeling pretty lucky, and it's making my whole day. I think that I'm in love. I hope that's okay with you. I've been waiting for Prince Charming to come sweep me off my feet. And darling, I've been hoping it's you. 'Cause I've been searching my whole life to find someone who gets me like you do. 700 days to think about it. I'm sure you're the one I want, and you're worth waiting for. 'Cause you're the first thing that I think of when I wake up with this smile, telling all the secrets I thought my heart could keep. Feeling pretty lucky, and it's making my whole day. I think that I'm in love. I hope that's okay. 'Cause you're the first thing that I think of when I wake up with this smile, telling all the secrets I thought my heart could keep. Feeling pretty lucky, and it's making my whole day. I think that I'm in love. I hope that's okay with you. Cause you're the first thing that I think of.
Such an awesome, cute love song. I absolutely love it. It really makes you think of those times whenever you first fell in love with somebody, or if you found that one, that special someone, how you feel about them. It really, really feels like she is absolutely feeling what she's writing. And that's my favorite thing about Heidi, is it really, really paints a picture for you, and it really feels like you're in that picture. So I absolutely love it. To catch more of Heidi Zaylen, you can go to www.heidizaylen.com, spelled HEIDIZAYLEN, www.heidizaylen.com. That has been another fantastic episode of 4D Radio. I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. This is a blast for me, you guys. I want to keep doing this until I can't do it anymore. I want to keep playing this music of you guys to find out these fantastic artists like Felix, Josh, and Heidi, and get them out there and help them get heard by people, because they need to be heard. There is some fantastic music out there, you guys, and y'all need to hear it. And hopefully at some point I will be your first and only stop to hear that music. So if you know an artist that should be heard, or if you are that artist that should be heard, contact me. You know how to find me. You can message me right here and just send me your music. Send me a bio so I can introduce you. I'd love to play your stuff. Just get in contact with me so we can get you out there. Next week, we will have rock music, and I will have an interview with a gentleman by the name of Ben from a group called Ocean Deep. Great music next week, you guys. You're going to love it. So I want to thank you guys again for joining. I really, really appreciate it, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Have a good evening.
You're listening to 4D Radio.